Chapter 18 How God is the end of all things. We must further investigate how God is the end of all. This will be made clear from the foregoing. The ultimate end of all is such that he is, nonetheless, prior to all things an existing being. Now, there is a sort of end which, though it holds first place causally in the order of intention, is posterior in existing. This is the situation with an end which the agent sets up by his own action, as a physician sets up health in a sick man by his own action. This is, of course, the physician's end. And then there is an end which takes precedence in existing being, just as it proceeds in the causal order. For instance, we call that an end which one intends to obtain by his action or motion, as fire inclines upward by its motion, and a king intends to establish a city by fighting. Therefore, God is not the end of things in the sense of being something set up as an ideal, but as a pre-existing being who is to be attained. Again, God is at once the ultimate end of things and the first agent, as we have shown. But the end that is produced by the action of the agent cannot be the first agent, it is, rather, the effect of the agent. Therefore, God cannot be the end of things in this way, as something produced, but only as something pre-existing that is to be attained. Besides, if something act for the sake of an already existing thing, and should then set up something by its action, then this something must be added by the action of the agent to the thing for the sake of which the action is done. Thus, if soldiers fight for the sake of their leader, victory will come to the leader, and this is what the soldiers cause by their actions. Now, something cannot be added to God by the action of a thing, for his goodness is completely perfect, as we showed in Book 1. The conclusion stands, then, that God is the end of things, not in the sense of something set up, or produced, by things, nor in the sense that something is added to him by things, but in this sense only, that he is attained by things. Moreover, the effect must tend toward the end in the same way that the agent works for the end. Now, God, who is the first agent of all things, does not act in such a way that something is attained by his action, but in such a way that something is enriched by his action. For he is not in potency to the possibility of obtaining something, rather, he is in perfect act simply, and as a result he is a source of enrichment. So, things are not ordered to God as to an end for which something may be obtained, but rather so that they may attain himself from himself, according to their measure, since he is their end.